afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, debating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here to 1 vs 1 on Ladoga Karelia. In the east, it is Creativename, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Thus in the west, it is the angriest of Dutchmen, Angrydutchman, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Forming up here, the 111th Panzer Brigade versus the 2nd Armored Division. We got German Infantry, Blitzkrieg, Jaeger Infantry, the Panzerfaust Panzer Mine Bulletins versus Heavy Cavalry, Mechanized, and Tactical Support with Artillery from there as well. As always, please comment, like, share, and subscribe to support the Propagandacast indirectly. It helps me keep up with the algorithms, which are constantly looking to end my life. Well, probably not. Also, a big thanks to my Patreon supporters, of course, keep this afloat as well with their hard-earned cash every month. So, big thanks to them. They're all part of my company heroes. You too can join the ranks by pledging yourself, or you can just throw in a one-time donation. Links in the description. Ladies and Norfolk here with Rifleman Norfolk here for Creativename. So far, standard opening stuff on both sides. We've got gun MD42 for Angrydutchman, hitting Southwards here with the machine gun on the flank. Might be using the machine to occupy the building here and make things harder there, but at the same time, does mean he can't support the center put or the southern push for the people on there. Resistance caught here, laying down barbed wire, and forcing up after a quick dodge around it, using the terrain here to, of course, stay out of the arc of fire. MD42. Nice work there. But there you go, another squad nearby. There was something that slipped Creativename's attention and gets oppressive MD42. Third right on the way there. Gun is falling back towards MD42. But that does mean he can't get his hands on the southern field point, as Creativename, of course, is very much blocking that. So right now, the smart move for Angrydutchman, probably just trying to hit Norfolk here, go for the northern field instead. But if he's stubborn, he may try and nonetheless push through Creativename here in the south. We'll have to see how this works out, though, for Angrydutchman. Third route got on the way there, almost done. I expect we'll be seeing some tech after that. Westwards here, probably more going to be here for Angrydutchman before then taking up himself. So far, both sides, I would say, going for standard openings. Company's moving ahead here. Pioneer's company's moving in there. Right and under fire. Machine holding up, Grenadiers engaging here around the centre, Rifleman falling back. More Grenadiers there for Angrydutchman. Bit of skirmishing. Grenadiers was the echelons in the south, going for that southern fuel point. So now Creativename is actually backing off here. Also, the machine has been positioned south, meaning the sense acting enough over next to the Americans. We do also get a northern push here. The front Angrydutchman with the depleted Grenadier squad there. Third Grenadier squad hitting southwards there. Right hitting northwards. I'm making up Creativename is taking up. Angrydutchman is quite not there, but he can soon begin taking up himself. He is a bit behind the fuel there compared to his opponent. Grenadiers are pushing back the Ralph squad there. Looks like he is a bit skittish up north there. Is where now Creativename is basically sending all of his attention. Conceding the south here to the Germans actually. Rather than trying to fight it out here, he's basically just deciding, you know what? You can have it. You can have it, you goddamn Nazis. And basically just goes northwards instead. Got a lieutenant out there for Creativename. Probably going to be seeing some 50 calibers and light vehicles, obviously. Question is just, does he go for the light vehicles first? Does he go for the 50 cal? Most players, though, will go for the 50 cal first, then follow up with the Stuart light tank. Typical build order there. Some may try and sneak out a fast M20, though those are a bit rarer. Tech they're going on here. Grenadiers reinforcing as well. So on the pointing to see if the Grenadiers. No sign of a doctrine yet here from either side. I mean, we sort of go by the typical method choice. Either be German Infantry or Jaeger Infantry for Angrydutchman. Creativename, Mechanized obviously is a very big one, but himself hasn't gone for it yet. So maybe tactical support a heavy cavalry, their options as well. There you go, right from the northern fuel point here. Angrydutchman heading hard north. Meaning his south point is actually now open as well. So both players here looking to play aggressively on the one, trying to keep the other one on the wrong foot. We'll have to see if they can actually make it work. That's kind of one of the bigger questions there. Can go for some punt Grenadiers here, and that would certainly be what most Wehrmacht players increasingly would do. Just take up, then go for Panzer Grenadiers, then get the vehicles out. There's the opponent list that really being threatened by enemy light vehicles. And no, Creativename is actually not even going for the lieutenant. He's going for the captain, so he's going to go for both light support weapons there. Probably not relying much on light vehicles. Instead, try and just get more pressure out faster using the lieutenant and the captain. So that's an interesting choice there. A bit of a rarer build order amongst American players, but certainly nothing terrible. But obviously not quite, shall I say, as strong in some ways. But it does give you more tactical flexibility, which is what some players, like Creativename, do prefer. Grab the center with the lieutenant. And certainly you do get some punch in terms of infantry, but you don't quite have that vehicular punch, which is what most players prefer, and having a stood light tank or anti-aircraft half-track does provide with some strength in that regard. But, you know, 2 units like Lieutenant Captain at the same time is still pretty damn good. And there you go, Captain with the BR, and also Creativename. Rifle Squad almost taken out here, but the rifle grenade there from Angrydutchman's going to deal it. In the south, you've got going to push back the Reaction Squad here. Northern mission being ceased. Ambulance halfway done up. Here we got Gunners pursuing the Rifle Squad. Not what you typically want to do with the Gunners up close, as that's typically a one-way ticket to losing, since the Rifle Squad has 50% DPS up close. High DPS than the Grenadiers, which typically means any close quarters engagement is typically bound to be lost. And with the Lieutenant with the Thompson, it's like even worse chance of surviving. Captain falling back towards the munitions there. Rifle Squad ready, ambulance moving about. Well, ready to be healed up, that is. Getting some points there. Overall, Angrydutchman playing points to disrupt. You got the punching squad on the way there. Could go for another one. We do get the German infantry here. Very much the standard pick at the moment for German players. Since again, veteran squad is just very solid. Plus, you know, stormtroopers aren't bad. And certainly Assault and Hold is a great ability. It's just like one of those really good abilities that surprisingly gets overlooked. Similarly like to Combined Arms, except he even has to like put in less effort compared to Combined Arms, which makes it actually a bit sadder. You can say until they say, you know, well, you've got to give the Germans abilities like that. They easily use it. It's just like, you know, now they have it. It's easy to use for the most part. Obviously, it doesn't quite give the same firepower boost since it doesn't boost vehicles. But, you know, it does give you a great boost, and, you know, the bloody bastards aren't using it. Anyways, bunker up there with medics on the way for Angrydutchman. Got the 2-2 on the way. Cut off disruption there. Really good there by Creativename. Really slowing down the Angrydutchman fuel, allowing him to further get ahead here. Plus, he's gone for tactical support. Definitely one of those more interesting doctrines there in some ways. You can go for light machine guns. He doesn't have to go for weapon racks unless he wants bazookas badly. He could also, of course, try for the anti-aircraft half-track. That could be a surprise here that Angrydutchman may not be ready for. We've seen that work out to some degree for other players. Plus Calliope, strafing runs, and of course recon runs. All quite handy abilities. Rifle Squad there being shot to bits by the Panzer Grenadier inside the building. Creativename could, of course, consider a mortar hub for some artillery support here in the early game. Of course, with tactical support in the Calliope, he may just, of course, be very tempted to just hold out until and get it in and just blast Angrydutchman's units into tiny bits and pieces. Armored car setting out the leichte Panzerspielwagen. 222. Yeah, really good disruptive play there, but Creativename really just hitting Angrydutchman where it hurts. That is the fuel. And there you go, Creativename throwing up the 50 caliber. Heavy machine gun. Rifle Squad going for the Panzer in the centre. South Pacific going to push here with veteran gunners on the way there for Angrydutchman. Rifle Squad making a run for the building here, getting shot to bits here. Closely going to be able to go for light machine guns, but he needs to retreat that Rifle Squad. That's just going to get murdered soon. Pacific gunners moving from the other side, going to surround the building. Also make any escape hard, but there you go, Lieutenant moving up here, trying to open up here, retreat for the Rifle Squad there. There we go, bunkering in the Lieutenant, dodge though. Rifle Squad needs to retreat now, and even then it is possibly too late now with the veteran Grenadiers nearby. Arm coming in as well, there we go. Creativename here punished for overextending his luck much too far beyond the breaking point. Come on, don't prove me wrong. Okay, I was about to say don't prove me wrong there, you bloody bastards. Anyways, Lieutenant's going to be here. Armor car going for the Lieutenant here, hosing away with Ultra Cam Cox machine. We do get the half-track there, and we do get the anti-air package on it to really just hurt the light vehicles and infantry. Nice aggressive play there by Creativename, certainly further extends on his aggressive game here. Plus, it doesn't send him too far behind the fuel, so you can still push ahead with, heavier stuff here, so. Still nice aggressive play, but still losing the Rifle Squad like that does hurt, and it does give Angrydutchman more momentum, more initiative here versus his American opponent. That is something there that Creativename does need to be careful about. Unless he can, of course, get a wipe in the infantry, he does not. So that's a small relief there for Angrydutchman. Pack 40 in the way there. He's obviously expecting some sort of vehicle. In this case, he is not confronted with it. The anti-aircraft half-track hosing away there with its 4 50 caliber machine guns. Fun fact, the Surge had a similar setup with 4 maximum machine guns mounted on trucks. Fun fact there. Grab the southern points here. Finish reinforcing. So the anti-aircraft has going to be a bit of a problem here for Angrydutchman's armoured car plus infantry can also be in trouble. Basically anything. I can get, behind unit retreating and actually have a good chance of wiping out with the M16 half-track. because it's really good at just shooting really, really fast. They got armored car flanking it. A bold maneuver there by Angrydutchman. That said, I think he needs to like rein in his boldness. But there you go, Pack 40 to the rescue, forcing the half to retreat in there. Armored car going for another few sneak hits here. Could take out the anti-aircraft tractor there. A dashing maneuver there by him. Does it work out? Yes, it does. Punishing Creativename there for his hubris. Nice play there by Angrydutchman. Nice play there. Creativename got a bit too confident. Underestimated Angrydutchman's armored car and tenacity. A stinging blow there to Uncle Sam. Lieutenant pushing forward in the north, Pack 40 flying back. The opposite doesn't want to risk losing actually the Americans, since that would pretty much undermine like any gain he just made there. Southwest, we got the Ralph's coming up there. Another 5th on way for Creativename. He needs to take up fast though. He needs something to swing the game back in his favour once more. After that anti-aircraft attack loss, he still has most of the map, so he needs to push that. He needs to push it fast. Meanwhile, of course, for Angrydutchman, going for some armour soon. Would not be a bad idea either, but he's definitely behind in fuel here. He is so far behind in fuel so far. It's like Creativename can still, like, if he just keeps up momentum, easily get medium tanks out here ahead of Angrydutchman if he keeps it up. Ralph's got fingering the punch with trying to him with the reasons up north. Almost got the fuel point, but not quite fast enough either, it seems. Reasons routed. Grenade whiff there for Angrydutchman. And what I'm saying, he's obviously worried about the vehicle, but also potential tanks from his opponent. Ralph's needs to get away. They've got a big push here by Angrydutchman into the centre. Grenadier and Panther Grenadier advancing, clearing any Americans out of the way. Southside not seeing a lot of action. There could have been an option there for Angrydutchman to make a push there, but he's obviously now focused on the north. 5th guard setting up here. Panthers are going to be rushing straight into that. It's definitely not the greatest tactical move there by Angrydutchman, and will not win him the 2020 Leipzig Rommel Award. I don't know why Leipzig does it. Obviously they don't, just in case someone tries to Googling that. Anyways, M1 taking it out there for Creativename. More light machines away there for his troops. Straight into a mine there. Oh, actually the 5th guard, not a mine, just briefly looked like with the way the trees, puts down shadows, that been in a mine explosion, but actually just, the 50 caliber doing that job. Who needs mines when you got 50 caliber machine guns anyways? Armored car setting out there. Goes to the 5th caliber north, Lieutenant Rutland as well. Angrydutchman could take up. He could also go for another infantry squad, pushing himself to 5, I think would be quite solid. Plus stormtroopers could be a nice way of sneaking about there around Creativename's stuff. Going this down to 3 men, forced retreat. Also, we got another machine gun out there for Angrydutchman. Right, 123 firepower. Thumbs up there to Angrydutchman. My apologies for the hiccup. Creativename still not taking up there. Definitely, I feel like a slight slip there. Not end of the world stuff, but I feel like you should want to get the major ready in time, so when it then has the resources for the Sherman, he can then immediately just begin pumping it out there. Plus, with a captain, I guess it's less an issue you remember to supervise. The thing is just, most American players never use supervise. Despite, I'll guarantee you with 95%, they were the guys back in companies one-turning the Wehrmacht officers. Was great because you had the supervisability as well. You should just use it. But again, wasn't attached to a 5-man infantry squad. Now they have that, and the bastards aren't using it. Armored cargo flees up north, going on the flanks. Well, there's a bit of a sticky situation for Creativename. Needs to retreat. Schnell. Rapidly. Ralph fought the flank support the reaction squad as well there. In got the reaction squad equipped by way with the light machine gun. Thumbs up, that's Creativename. Come on, get that tech going, man. Southfield, they've been claimed here with the Germans. The Panther was made to push that back up in 42. No resistance option here from Creativename, though, makes that push even easier. And this was Ralph's got the echelons. Forced back in the end due to the severe amount of firepower the Americans were able to lay down against them. The Panthers are being expressed for the 5th Cup, and they got the fuel. In fact, we got both fuel points under control of Angrydutchman. Creativename still not taking out. At this rate, Angrydutchman actually take ahead here of Creativename. And possibly even get a tank faster than Creativename, which would definitely be great for the Germans. Angrydutchman flanking for the multi granate map for artillery support here versus Creativename. Thumbs up there. Always got with a bit of artillery support. They provide smoke screen, just artillery support in general, like blast units. Got a unit wiped there. I believe a 50 caliber somehow got snuffed out, though where it perished, I'm not entirely sure. But it's dead. It's dead, Jim. But where it died is a bit unclear to me. Guess it died in a building. Anyways, finally got to take there for creative name, and he's not going to be far from take after that. And again, if you were to use the captain here to supervise, you get up the major really fast, and you can actually fill up with a pretty fast Sherman as well, which could actually like undercut Angrydutchman in terms of preparation. I mean, that's really one of the strengths of the supervisor. You can just throw off your opponent's timings because certain units typically have a certain timing. With the captain, you can actually like quickly bust through those timings at times, which can actually throw off your opponent quite a bit. There, you suddenly hit with a unit like typically expecting like a minute later, and suddenly you hit him like a minute before that. That can actually throw off some players. Major out there for creative name. Modifier going right for him. Northbound coming here for armor car falling back here. Veteran going to use up close to one squad has yet to be upgraded. In fact, it's getting upgraded. Great work there for Angrydutchman. He needs to take up himself soon before he gets, clobbered to death by Sherman tanks. Both fuel pods now back in the hands there of Uncle Sam. Freedom and democracy. Modifying the flip car there needs to retreat that before they get swiped. Getting out of the back door. That gets reinforcing healing, and there we go. Tech for Angrydutchman. Creative name can go for... Oh, he is supervising. He is supervising. Bravo. 2 thumbs up. Mild applause there to creative name. I don't want to clap too hard, someone might like turn up really hard and suddenly boom. You see my claps blowing out the eardrums and possibly a few of the windows. Sherman the right about down. Did you see like Sherman got out in a matter of bloody seconds? Like the supervisor ability is completely bananas. It's just again, like so many other great abilities, most players just never use them because they have to like put in a bit of effort into them. Which is really just again why I keep suggesting Relic if they just need to buff the Valiant without making them too great in 4 vs 4s. Just give them some great abilities because in most cases people will never use them. Anyways, 50 cal on the south, you got Infantry moving forwards there. Sherman sitting out there for creative name. 50 cal being added there as well, switching on high closer rounds. And with this, he's definitely far ahead of his opponent in terms of like armor. You could actually easily supervise another Sherman rapidly after that, which could then still theoretically possibly get out faster than Angrydutchman get out a single tank. Possibly not, but it could happen. So on the field being hit, then we get a big push for creative Angrydutchman there for the glory of Deutschland. He should probably consider getting up the support call soon. Here versus creative name and the second armor. Northern field sees for Ralph score. Mortifier running dangerously close to them, forcing retreat there. And there you go, great hell on the Ralph Grenadier squad there by the Sherman, then supporting infantry. Almost getting a wipe here on Angrydutchman. But once more, luck does favour him just a bit. Armoured car rushing through the north here, looking to wipe out breaching units and tank holding back here. Could actually possibly fire a shot there at it, but missed the opportunity. Possibly right now to make a push through here in the south flank up behind Angrydutchman. Right now maybe take out the mortar and other support weapons. That could actually be quite potent here for creative name. Would be a bit risky, but I could see them actually doing it with the rifle squad. Tank could assist it, but at least he's doing it. So thumbs up there to creative name. Thumbs up. Support going up then the base here of Angrydutchman. Sehr good. Sherman rushing through the centre. Probably expecting Pack 40 to be pointing in that direction. Did not, but he can of course quickly disengage and throw down smoke if he's particularly worried. And he is actually not far off from another Sherman. Not far off. You can just control the fuel a bit better. Might almost be able to get... Nah, probably not. Probably not. That might be a bit too overly optimistic. I mean, like, can he control the fuel points a bit better up to now? You probably couldn't have gone away with another tank right under Angrydutchman's nose, but in this regard, no. Close, though. Close. Sherman here, though, with 4 kills so far. Grenadiers forced to retreat under heavy Sherman fire, though Pack 40 once more dissuades the Sherman from sticking around for too long. Northern pumping system major then retreated. Double flip cuts for the Grenadiers inside the building, but there you go, incendiary option for Angrydutchman. 2 thumbs up for using that very solid ability as well there. Posting through the flip cut machine gun crew, causing heavy damage, catches piling up and forcing retreat here. Another unit wiped out behind the creative names command, not great there for him. Pentaform's down there for Angrydutchman, and creative can very soon go for another Sherman once he probably should consider fixing up the Sherman. So Price has kept the Sherman there operating for so long without any like repair or maintenance. Can soon go for the Sherman. We'll have to see if he uses the captain as well to supervise it. Also got the P-47 strafing run ready, so in this right place we can actually do some serious damage to Angrydutchman. Pushing across to the punchmans of the Grenadiers. There you go, we do get the P-47 strafing run. Going possibly here for the Pack 40. And there you go. Got the crew, but nothing else there, nothing else. Panzer is advancing. Captain advancing for the south. He can go for the second Sherman now. He could also consider, of course, the Jackson tank destroyer, but I think just more Shermans right now would be the best pick for creative name. Just more Shermans. And for the final 2 kills. Also got him blasted. There goes second Sherman here for creative name and the 2nd Armored Division as the 111th Panther Brigade is starting to break through here. South side is seeing more gains here for creative names, so very good. Got an sensing opportunity to go south for the fuel point there. Thumbs up to Angrydutchman. Good read there tactically. Good read. Sherman with 5 kills. Sherman halfway done. Probably won't be able to do much of a difference at the supervisor from the captain this time around. North here covers the MG42 there. Railroad moving in. Anti-tank rifle off in the Panzer IV. Damaging the engine. Small little ambush there. He's going to move the ship trying to get advantage of it. He still has to be mindful of the Pack 40. Also, more importantly, he has to be mindful he's firing high explosive rounds, at which point he might as well be firing, I don't know, thermoses at it. Hey, Sergeant, that's my coffee thermos you're firing at the Krauts. Well, we got nothing else, Lieutenant. Got nothing else. Except novelty brat pit busts. Yeah, fire the thermos. Need to fix up the Sherman. Panzers operating here, patrolling through the centre of North Victor upon there being a fuel point sees the Americans once more. The is nearby, Sherman pushing through the centre. There you go, great pack hit. Need to be careful the other Sherman swinging through the south. About to lose his reaction for the Minesweeper and the light machine, but no, narrowly survives. He narrowly survives. Roughing it off, the lieutenant around it. I really still think he should go for a mortar. That said, the mortar's only done minimal damage so far for Angrydutchman. It's not like he's been making great use of it. I mean, maybe he has been using the mortar barrage, he's just not been much lucky with it, but I would not be surprised if his mortar barrages have been non-existent. Captain Assembly Express for the Infantry 42 at this point. It's not like, you know, he has any reason to be surprised about it, like his tanks has repeatedly confirmed the presence of an MG42. I guess the captain just doesn't care for that. He could consider Scott as well, of course he may be planning for the Calliope, which obviously has some bigger bursts. That's certainly not bad either. And one there gaining veterans who won. 300 points left here for Creativename and the 2nd Armoured Division. Rob North Eagle is being sneaking, going over the 5th anti-tankers flank, but they caught by the 5th Cavalry instead, and the Sherman. Sent a bit more skirmishing here between the Americans and the Germans. There you go. Angrydutchman going for the Sturmgeschütz 3. Ausführung G. Wunderbar. Panzer advancing here, straight into line of fire there. A bold move there by Angrydutchman. Stuke halfway done. He could of course upgrade with the support package, so they can get the smoke grenade. Also very handy, for example. Bit disappointed then Angrydutchman in that regard. Sherman taking that with the Pack 40. Not great for Creativename. Definitely not great. Note he does have another set of immediately for another P-47 strafing run there. Land correctly. It could do some heavy damage to Angrydutchman, who is suddenly back to not controlling most of the map. In the south once more, we got Creativename in there probing the southern flank there, seizing territory. Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung G. Gefechtsbereit there for Angrydutchman. Should of course add the pinlock machine gun there for a bit of added anti-infantry. And we got weapon racks here, so Creativename I think is going A. Possibly just for more BARs and infantry, since they can be upgraded with a BAR on top of the light machine gun, but it also probably is planning bazookas.
We're losing a capture point.
Not adding the pinlock machine gun. Lieutenant advancing through here. Panzer IV to the rescue. Since currently the Stuke can't do much without a machine gun, and the machine gun team can't hit the lieutenant. Push to the south, he continues. Panzer moving to contest that. Pioneers retreating there right past them. More to their finally got one kill finally. Veterans one very close between them. We could do actually some badging there from Angrydutchman. Thumbs up. Goes to the captain. And we do in fact get the BA on course and the brown light machine combo them already. Creativename Sherman holding about there. We'll have to see if it goes for next. Will it be another Sherman? Will it be the Calliope? Will it be a Jackson? Turn something out there, there's something northwards. Panzer going to be pushing through the south here. And for striking forwards for this fast line, innocent as infantry charges out and the nearby MG42, quickly stopping any dream there of a quick advance for the centre for Creativename. North 5th Club Sherman holding up there. Machine being hammered. Great hit from the Stug on the Sherman. Still up in that machine gun. Another great hit from the Stug on the Sherman. Placing going up there, opening up there. Great hit. M1 opening up the Panther 4. Puncher up for the side armour. Southwards got the Sherman going for the Panzer Grenadier. Infantry with advancing Rob squad. Armoured Car opening up. Sherman advancing from the south here for Creativename. Strug up north, he should have the pin up machine gun. Sherman flanking it, but sadly, without any support, it's looking less great. Els went in pretty blindly. Definitely feels like a tactical mistake there by Creativename. Perhaps getting a bit desperate here with his Angrydutchman. He come in to think less than well executed attack here against smoke screens from the Shermans from the great Morts. Could have been also called in Scott to do that. Either way, didn't quite work out there. 5th coming up here towards the centre. Perhaps there's something issue with the machine gun there. Up north here, Rajport flanking the force retreating from the Angrydutchman up north here. Stug finally and the pin machine gun. Thumbs up there to Angrydutchman. Troops setting out here from the base of Creativename in the 2nd Armoured Division up north. These skirmishes continues here between the two sides. Armoured car plus where the auto cannon fire. Close to Veterinary 3 there. Close to Veterinary 3. We got Veterinary 2 down the Malta. Close to Veterinary 3 and with 2 kills. Show me with the Grenadier. A lot of minis being floated there. Could definitely be using his strafing runs more. Being considered researching grenades. Possible, I would say, oversight there for Creativename in either direction. Versus his opponent. Gabadilani and the troops there. Oh! Close to getting wiped there. But looks like Creativename gets a bit lucky there. Lady Fortune has not quite abandoned him yet. Sherman sitting about there. Close to 22. Jackson tanks are running here for Creativename, ready to send some very large armor piercing rounds in the general direction of Angrydutchman and his men. South of Diego is holding up in the centre. Further south, no action going on between the two sides. Could be another front to be opened up there for Angrydutchman. Got another Panzerkampfwagen 4 mobilised. Stug there. Could I think be a bit further behind in the reserve positions. It doesn't need to get spotted up by tanks on shot to bits. Could be something to consider there for Angrydutchman. Armoured counter fire there. There we go, backs off a bit there. 2nd Panzer 4 halfway done. Push for the centre is quickly being thwarted. Finally, there's the next squad. They're going to squad blasted away there under Angrydutchman's command. Bit of quiet here. Angrydutchman and Creativename are looking basically at sort of a bit of a standoff here. Creativename really wants to crush his opponent head on. But probably should be looking to like some smarter tactics than that. And Angrydutchman's just like, you know, hoping that Creativename tries to attack him head on and then crush him with that. But at the same time, it's perhaps not quite confident to get away with it safely. But there you go, Panther going for the Sherman side. We do get something, I think, approaching a flank attempt here by Creativename, but again, does seem to be lacking a bit in support of his opponent. And so may not quite pan out. Oh dear. Yeah, it's already, I think, hitting some significant issues there. Panther Force counterattacking now in the south here as Jackson keep missing. Panther from the Grenadiers nearby, I think, is also possible, except he doesn't have the munitions. Grenadiers about to get wiped out. Panther Force continues. Stug is also on the move, backed up with the armoured car here. Armour falling back over for Creativename up north. Could try and push for the northern victory point, I suppose. Meanwhile, a field point. pushing for the center of the Stoop. Grenadiers, the armored car following up here as well. Jackson moving back in. Half health for the connector. Go down to the Stoop. Could go down. Misses the Stoop. Stoop does not, though. The Stoop does not. Got unit 1 down there. Stoop with 1 kill. Infantry. Most likely down to a machine gun hitting there. Go good in the Sherman. Veterans 1 gehen in the Sturmgeschütztreiber als von G. Could it hit 2 even? Possibly. That takes out the Jackson. Might get the far. No, main gun out there. Need to back off schnell before the Sherman takes it up. Need to get the Allied into support. The other Panther Force, though, not doing anything. Loses the Stoop. Unfortunate blow there. Tanky Doctor still thinking Jackson down, and Creative Name seemingly increasingly losing more and more initiative. It may not matter too much, frankly, Dutchman, of course, it will matter to the German peoples. Grabbing the anti-tank gun there. Clearing out the anti-tank gun again pretty rapidly. We got 398 versus 244. And the south, we got the Panther from the machine gun there. Sherman on the move there. 16 kills. Anti-tank recruit again under heavy fire there from the Germans. Creative Name is if nothing determined, but he's really starting to fill a lot of ammunition. Definitely should use abilities, more upgrades, stuff like that. I think definite oversight there by Creative Name. Definite oversight. And there you go, GG, game over. Creative Name realized the battle's lost and retreats. The Germans win the sector. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this little match. Hope you had some ideas, some fun thoughts to try out yourself. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that stuff. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.